All right, let's go, class.
Yes.
Let's go to we. Jay, where are you on that one? Where are you on that one, Jay? I didn't hear you, Jay.
Oh, okay, so do it again.
Okay, let's try it. Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay. Class.
Yes.
All right, even better. Thank you. All right, so we're going to finish off example 3 and 4, and I'm going to throw away 5, I think. I think I'm throwing away. The one that says heroin's formula, okay, we're going to get rid of that. I'm going to teach you how to do it without that.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to start right here on example 3. So I'm hoping everyone actually went and took the notes for example 1 and 2, because that was your I-Day assignment you were supposed to do. Now, on example 3, does this one give me a triangle here? Say no.
No.
No. If it doesn't give me a triangle, what's the first thing I should do to solve for this? Draw a triangle. So let's go through and do that. So I'm going to draw a triangle and fill in my values. What was little a? 9.47. What's little b? 5 what? 15.9. Thank you. And little c? Yes? You guys agree? All right. So on this one right here, this is actually going to be pretty easy. All the sides are given to us, right? Say yes. Yeah, I see you zoning out there. Okay, all the sides are given to us. But now to be able to do law of sine, that's what we did previously, what do I have to do a law of sine? Angle and side. I need to have a pair, right? I need to have either both A's, both B's, or both C's. This one right here, I don't need that. I do not need it here or there. I do not need it anywhere. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of those formulas that I have. I think it's on slide 3. And I'm going to go and I'm going to take it's a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine of big A. I think that's like the third slide or something like that, right? Something like that. Is that where it is?
Why didn't you do the square root?
I'm using this one because I'm undoing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back later on. So a little bit less work because otherwise I start by squaring it first. Does that make sense?
What's the difference between?
This one solves for little a by itself.
Oh.
This would give me a squared, but I don't want a squared. What would you want instead? Yeah, just a. So that's what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and solve for big A. I'm going to try and solve for big A. So, but before I solve for big A, I need to get my cosine A by itself. So I'm going to have to get rid of the B and the C. What is the B and the C doing to all that? Not multiplying. Oh, wait, yes, those ones. But these ones first.
Adding together.
They're adding, right? These are both positive, aren't they? So since they're both positive, I'm going to subtract both those to the other side. So minus b squared minus c squared. So if I rewrite this, it's going to be a squared minus b squared minus c squared is equal to negative 2bc cosine of A. Again, I'm trying to get my cosine A by itself. So my negative 2bc is doing what? It's multiplying, isn't it? So if it's multiplying, to undo a multiplication, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2bc. And I'm going to rewrite this because I like having cosine at first. So cosine of A is equal to, so I'm flipping it around, a squared minus b squared minus c squared all over negative 2bc. So I'm manipulating my formula right now. So I'm just changing it to make it into what I need it to do. I'm trying to get the big A by itself. So let's see if you guys paid attention. If I'm looking for an angle, I do the
Inverse.
So we're going to do the inverse here to get the big A by itself. And I'm going to switch that big A with this pile of letters over there. So it's going to be A is equal to the inverse cosine of a squared minus b squared minus c squared all over negative 2bc. So I took my formula, I rewrote it to now solve for big A. I'm now solving for an angle. But to get this angle, what do I have to get this angle right here? All the sides. You have to have all the sides to get the angle. And a lot of these triangles start off like that. So I'm going to end up having to just plug in what I need. So here's A. Now, look closely, because I know all y'all wrote this down, right? Think about the pattern. Look closely at the pattern. So if I'm starting with big A, I'm looking for big A. The pattern goes A squared minus B squared minus C squared all over negative 2bc. Now we're going to make the other angles. We're going to make it solve for B, and we're going to make it solve for C. So if I'm solving for B, that would be equal to inverse cosine. What's the pattern going to be? You got to look at the pattern on how you're going to get this. You could do all the work over again, or you could try to identify the pattern that goes along with that.
It's gonna be b minus a minus.
Oh, okay, say it again. So it's b squared.
B squared minus a squared minus c squared all over 2.
Negative 2.
Yeah, negative 2 ac.
AC, very good. You notice the pattern that goes along with it. So if I'm looking for big B, how does my formula start off with? With little b, doesn't it? Now, we're going to do the same thing for big C. Inverse cosine. Now, I'll give you a second. I want to see if everyone could actually get this before we throw out that answer. All right, what do you think the pattern's going to be? All over. Very good. So we took a known formula and rewrote it to solve for other things that I could use, right? We took a known formula and now we just rewrote it. So now I can solve for all my angles. So let's go ahead and plug it into where I need to be right over here. So let's start everyone right now with, we're going to solve for big A right now. I would like for you people, and I highly recommend writing it down first. Solve for big A. I'm gonna, now, since we're solving for big A, it's gonna look like this. Big A is equal to inverse cosine of 9.47 squared minus 15.9 squared minus 21.1 squared all over negative 2 times 15.9 times 21.1. And when I'm all said and done, I put it in my calculator and hit enter, and I come up with what? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were here actually doing stuff.
Okay, I don't have another chance.
Oh, okay.
It's 155?
155? I don't like 155.
Oh wait, I did it wrong.
74 point.
I don't like that one either.
24.96.
Or you could say 24 point. Or, yeah, there it is. Yeah, I would say maybe 25.0. Because that 5 is going to make the 9 go up, right? So, yeah, so 25.0. Does anyone else need help with that one?
We were rounding up?
Yeah, 25.0. Because it's 9.5. The numbers, did you have that? Yeah, 9.5. That 5 is going to make that 9 become a 10, and the whole thing becomes 25.
Well, some things you tell us not to round for, and then some things we do have to round.
Actually, you did round that.
No, I know, but some things you're like when Raul did one question a while ago, he rounded, and then he said, wrong. He's not even close.
Yeah, yeah. Because I believe on that problem is one that we were doing an example, and it said where to round to.
He doesn't like me, that's why.
Yeah, that's why.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah. All right, so now that's A. Now solve for B. Do it again, solve for B. Huh? Oh, yeah. You need formulas. Yeah, so. Oh, there he goes, right here. He's the B, the C, and the A formula is right there. That's the A formula. All right, there we go. All right, Scuba Steve, what you got, Scuba Steve?
I got 45.1.
Very good. Now, do I have to do this all over again for C?
No.
Say no. What do I know about all three triangles? All three angles in a triangle. Add up to 180. Very good. They're all going to add up to 180. So I can go 180 minus 25 minus 45.1. So my angle C should 109.9. Now, does this fit the rule that we learned the other day about the triangle?
Yeah.
Biggest angle, biggest side. So my biggest side is 21. Is that the biggest angle? Yep. My smallest side is 9.47. Is that the smallest angle?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So as you're going through looking at it, that's always something you want to take into consideration. Especially if you get something weird. You You have to look to see, all right, does this seem right? All right, good job. So let's take a look at right here. On this triangle right here, I don't have to solve for everything. What's it say I'm looking for? Just B. You don't have to solve much of anything. It even gives you a diagram. So you people write me out. Plug it into your formula. And I highly recommend writing it out first before you plug it into the formula, because that's usually where some people make a mistake. Oh, bother. Get to work. Come on now. That's it. I'm going. I do. It's okay. Everything's gonna be alright. Just let it go. Just let it go, Tom. Let it go. Let it go. Right? Okay. I don't even know how that song goes. You know what? I dodged the bullet. All my kids were old enough that I no longer had to sit to the movies with them. So, which one was that? Frozen?
Yep.
I never saw it. Never saw that one, and never saw Moana either.
It wasn't even a bad movie though.
I wouldn't know. Because guess what? I didn't have to go see it.
You should watch it.
Why?
Moana good. You don't have to watch Frozen, but Moana is good.
Yeah, it's just a movie. Like, you don't have to be like shy or anything.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you don't have to lie to kick it. I'm here for you, okay?
No, that's what I'm telling you. Like, it's just a movie. Watch it.
I know,
Yeah,
but I don't
it's
need...
not for girls or
No.
children.
I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying it to the point of,
Right.
I have 5 kids. My youngest is about to be 18. There's a huge gap in time where I was at every movie, watching every single TV show, cartoon. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. We saw the Hannah Montana movie in 3D.
That was a good movie. That was a good
That's
movie.
good.
That's
And that
timeless.
is not the best of both worlds, okay?
Timeless.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's okay. You enjoyed it.
But at a certain point in your life, you're like, okay, I'm over the hill. I no longer have to
Now you get to do it for your own
if I
pleasure.
want to.
You know you want to.
No. And it's just for the sake
Just
of.
a little bit.
It's just for the sake of not doing it.
That's spite.
That's the only, no, it's not really spite.
Mm.
It's just so I could say I don't have to, and I didn't because I don't have to. It might be the greatest movie of all time, but guess what?
You won't know.
I didn't have to go see it. That's one of the first ones that was a big deal. I didn't have to go see it.
And you're still excited about it?
Yeah, I am, because I didn't have to go see it.
You're so grown
You
up,
missed
Bacho.
out.
Man, seriously, no, you don't even know. Seriously, me and the kids, we still quote stupid cartoon movies, okay? We still quote, like, we were at Walmart the other day, quoting Barbie Mermaidia. Oh, okay, so, and if you've seen it, I'm sorry. Okay, lefting, leftaroo. And so, yeah, when there's like making those guys get lost. Okay, and he kept, and for like an entire day, they're all on this thing making a left turn, like it's NASCAR or something. You know, lefting, leftaroo. Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
No, and I have a favorite part too. That one's not it. It's Bibble. It's Bibble. Why do I know his name? Why do I remember his name? Bibble eating that magical fruit that makes him sound like Al Green. Okay, he's got that voice like Chef from South Park. And he's like, oh yeah. Why do I know that?
With your dad.
Exactly. And so at the opportunity of not having to watch it, not saying it's a bad movie, I'm just saying at the 43rd time, you don't need to know that it's
You know you
lefting,
enjoyed yourself when you were
leftaroo,
watching it.
okay?
You know you liked it when you were watching it. That's why you can quote it, because you remember it. You were focused. You were into the movie.
Yeah.
You were into
Yeah,
it.
my brother-in-law won't even, he'll just look at his phone the whole time.
Yeah.
He won't even like pay attention.
No.
He'll
Do you know
other
why?
stuff.
Because I'm a dad. And I actually sit and watch the movie with my kids. I don't ignore my kids.
But
That's
it
your
was
brother-in-law.
You
interesting.
should've.
You got into it. You
That's
don't
what it
like
sounds
remember
like.
things.
Listen,
you
I'm not,
weren't
no,
interested in.
listen. Okay. I have this condition, okay?
Oh,
I
right.
don't, okay, no, seriously. I'm kind of smart. Okay, I can remember way too much. I'm not even low key. I have a certificate that actually says it. I remember too much.
Okay, Julie Neutron.
You remember too much. Is that like a disability that you have? You remember too much?
Kind of.
Right.
I remember too much. And so even though if I've only seen the movie one time, there's many movies I've only seen one time, and I still can quote most of the movie.
So do you get like a special parking spot?
Yeah.
I do. And it's at the end.
He's at 25th Amendment.
Yeah, I'm at the end. I'm way out there. Okay? No, seriously. Man, I have this medical condition. They're like, man, you tell me, you park at the end. Okay? That's what the medical condition is. They're like, you need to sit up. I'm like, okay, I don't do sit-ups. I do sit downs. I do get downs. Okay, put on some music and I'll boogie down. Okay? I don't do ups. But let's go ahead and do for angle B.
Right. You gotta get out of it.
Oh my goodness, I had to try and. You guys are horrible at this.
It's been you all day.
Man.
You should still watch the one and watch it.
Yeah, you should. We should watch it
You
in
can't do
class.
the whole episode.
Yeah, we'll see if you remember it. We'll test you after.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
No, because guess what? I'm not watching it with my kids, so I don't even have to pay attention if I'm forced to. But I try to because I sat and watched stuff with my kids. I didn't ignore my kids. I tried not to ignore my kids. Okay? And if you ignore your kids, that's how you end up with.
They hate you.
What?
Are you
Your
pointing
kids
at us?
also go to public schools.
And?
My mom did fall asleep when I made her watch a movie.
I know, my mom be like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm like, just go to
Like
sleep.
she needs to go to the hospital.
No, she's not gonna make it in the movie. It'll be like an hour later.
B is 30 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right. I was waiting for you guys all to get to this point here. So, some people still didn't pick up the calculator and do it. No. Yes. Go ahead, that guy.
When I took my mom to Endgame, she fell asleep like the first 30 minutes. She had her head on my shoulder snoring while I was watching Endgame with her.
That was a boring movie.
That was the last time I took her to the movies.
Mr. Pacho, can I get a 7.2?
No, I fell asleep with Wonder Woman. The new one, I fell asleep like 3 times. That was boring.
All right. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now. See this right this? Okay. I hate heroin's formula. That's how much I hate that formula.
Or you use black.
Why it's got to be black, huh?
And why you saying heroin?
Why's it got to be black?
We're asking you.
And why you saying heroin? That man named heroin.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So, what we're going to do instead to solve for the area, because this formula sucks. I do math for fun, and this still sucks. I don't like doing it. So, there's other ways of doing to find the area of a triangle anyway. But the area formula we had from before, from I believe it's 7.1, is equal to 1/2 BC sine of A. So we're going to use that. Now, if you look at this slide and not your phone,
Jesus.
look at the slide and not your phone.
I check my phone. for a
Lies
second.
all the time. Seriously.
Lies.
Anyway, from this point down, there's like 15 slides to go along with this formula. I don't want you to have to do all that because it's a pain in the... Now, if we have a triangle, we could use this formula instead. So I'm going to use this right here. And it says Los Angeles, Montreal, and New York. So since my triangles are always using A, B's, and C's, make sure we put A, B, and C where it should go. Right here. So Los Angeles is going to be a B. So they put it here, so don't worry too much about it. What else they have? So Montreal is my A, and then New York is the C. Now, we have all three sides. I just need to find an angle. Did we just learn a method to find an angle if I have all three sides? Yes, so we're going to use that instead of having this long process of everything else. So to find the area, the first thing you need to do is solve for one of the angles. Let's solve for angle A. So right now, you're going to use law of cosine and solve for angle A. Actually, I never saw Tangled either. That was
That's a really good
That
movie.
was,
That's a
that
really
was
good movie.
good.
Yeah, I like that.
With them doggone lanterns.
with the doggone what?
Lanterns.
The lanterns, it's so romantic and sweet. It is. It is romantic. You laughing at me.
Stop looking at your phone.
Jesus.
No, it's not Jesus. Jesus is not texting you. Okay?
You're like the police.
And?
Craziness.
Yes. It's almost like I'm trying to make you pass. And you have how many days left?
It's not.
21.
Oh, I'm gonna say.
21. And guess how many days you have to look at this pretty face right here? Including today?
10.
Just 10 days. Just 10 days, including today. So it's almost like I want to force you to pass and graduate so you'll get the hell out of here. It's almost like I care so much about you, I want you to get the hell out.
Well, regardless of if I look at my phone or not.
Stop looking at your phone and do the notes.
I'm
Stop
gonna
looking
pass
at...
in the class.
No, you stop. Oh, man. Sweet baby Jesus. Come on now. Jay, come on. Jay, tell her. Throw a sweet baby Jesus out there. I know, right? Hey, come on. Get a 6 pounds, 8 ounce baby Jesus. Oh, come on now. All right, so angle A. What do we get for angle A? 90.3. So it's going to be 90.3 degrees. Now I know one of the angles. So I can throw in my area formula where it could have been, I'll show you all three of them because some of y'all cannot seem to find those. It's going to be, let me see, 1/2, A, B, sine of C, 1/2, let me see, that's A, and so that one's going to be a B, so C, or AC, sine of B. So those are my other two area formulas. So for this one right here, I know big A. So I'm going to have to use, yeah, 1/2. Oh, come on now, come on. There we go. All right, so my area is going to be 1/2. B, what was the B value here? Little b?
331.
What is C?
2,427.
27? And sine of 90.3. this is a whole lot easier than doing Heron's formula. It's just unnecessary. I know it's nice. I know it's good to actually have multiple ways of doing stuff. But I'm about efficiency. Why make another way of doing something if it just makes it harder? If it makes it more difficult? Don't do that. So my area, and don't forget, this is going to be a big number. This is going to be a big number because it's area, and area is always square. Think of like a square would be a 10 by 10. The area of that square would be 100. So what are we going to get here? Anyone actually put it in, or everyone just staring at the phone? Okay, good. 4,
401.
01.
662. Oh no, 63. Is that right?
Point zero?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
It was 0.99.
Okay, that's fine. And what are my units? Miles. Is this area? What do we know about area? Squared. Area is always squared. There we go. And I guarantee this is a lot easier way to solve the area formulas than trying to do that the Heron's formula.
Whose formula is this then?
Huh?
Whose formula is this?
This is the sine. This is one that we learned in 7.1.
So you just invented like a new way to
No,
do it?
no, no, no.
Pacha's formula.
No, I wish you could say Pacha's formula, but is all we needed was one angle, right? And then we could plug it into a formula I already know. So less steps, find the angle, and plug it into a formula that I already know. Okay? All right, so don't forget, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button, and use the rest of the time, which is 40 minutes. Get your work done. Yes. Yes, you may. Ah!